Hi everyone, it's Roger here from What's On at Disneyplus.com. It's Monday, it's time for a quick Disney Plus news roundup, where I'm going to be talking about Disney celebrating its 100th anniversary, talking about a major update that might have big implications on Hulu, and also much more. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. Okay, so let's kick things off talking about Disney's 100th anniversary, which is taking place on Monday, the 16th of October. And obviously Disney has been revving up for this celebration for a long time, and it kind of kicked off at last year's D23, and there's been lots of merchandise released, there's been special concerts, there's been exhibition, they've done up all the theme parks. Well, we're kind of getting into the run up to it now. So over the weekend, Disney released a brand new trailer celebrating the Disney100 and saying it was 100 years till the event, and kind of just showing off all the amazing films and stuff that they've made over time and what's available on Disney Plus. And I think we're going to start seeing more of this. We obviously saw some shorts being added to Disney Plus last week. We got to see a new Disney100 collection's been added onto Disney Plus. The logo at the front of the app has now been changed. We're seeing more merchandise coming. There's a lovely looking Lego set of like a camera that I want to pick up. It definitely feels like we're ramping up now for Disney100. It's getting closer, and it makes sense for them to be celebrating it in October when the actual anniversary is, and kind of revving up for that. I feel like by them starting so early at last year's D23, it kind of lost momentum at the beginning of the year and kind of fizzled out, and you kind of questioned whether or not they were going to do anything. Obviously, there's been a leadership change in the middle of the program as well, and I do wonder if Disney's maybe leaning in on this more. I think we're going to really see a lot of this with Disney over the next few weeks and months ahead of this celebration. Now, in terms of what to expect, now at the minute, they're going to be doing something on the day. There's going to be some kind of celebration. There's going to be something happening. I think it's at the theme parks. There's going to be stuff happening all over the place. I think D23 are going to be putting on little mini events. There doesn't look like there's going to be a big showcase or anything like that, because I know that was kind of floating around the internet of suddenly they're going to put on another Investors Day, which I'm going to be honest, they're probably never going to put on another show like they did at the Investors Day in 2020. That was basically all hands to deck. Everything's closed in the pandemic. We need to make sure people keep giving us money. That was a very special event. We're probably never going to see something like that again. They might announce some stuff. We're probably going to see some things coming out. But yeah, I wouldn't expect Disney Plus Day to be on that day as well, because that would just get lost. It is Disney100, and that's what they're going to be celebrating the past. And I think Disney Plus is a great way of kind of showing off that past, while also giving us a little hint of what's to come. So no word yet on if there's going to be any special events. Like I said, I suspect most of this is going to be like a celebration thing with things going off all over the world, little things going off, celebrations online and stuff. So yeah, I think it's going to be stuff happening. They're definitely going to be celebrating it. I mean, why wouldn't you? A 100th anniversary doesn't come around very often. You have to wait 100 years for them. But yeah, so we're kind of building up for this now, and hopefully we get some more information on what's going to be happening with regards to Disney as a whole. Because remember, it's not just for Disney Plus. This is going to be for everything. The theme parks, the cruise line. Everyone is going to be celebrating it. So yeah, lots of stuff to be looking forward to. But what would you like to see from Disney100? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Disney's also announced some of its plans for its upcoming Asian originals that are going to be coming to Disney Plus around the world in the year ahead. So they've kind of given us a bit of an outline of what to expect. Now, I will say all of this will arrive on Disney Plus globally. In the US, things are going to be a little bit more complicated. Anything mature will probably end up going to Hulu, but that might not mean anything within a few months when they sort out whatever's going on with Hulu with the one-app experience. But generally, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming. Again, the US has this kind of weird system. So let's jump into some of the highlights. So we got some news on some new Korean drama series, including Moving and The Worst of Evil. Plus, there's going to be a new BTS documentary coming. Plus, we're going to be seeing some new anime from Japan, including a new season of Tokyo Revengers, plus a new hybrid live action and anime series, Dragons of Wonder Hatch. In addition to that, we're going to be getting soundtrack number 2, which is a follow-up to soundtrack number 1, but it's got a whole new story. There's also a brand new Korean drama series called Vigilante, and a new comedy series called Han River Police, which will be coming to Disney Plus later this year. There's also some new anime coming, including Phoenix Eden 17. Plus, there'll be some more Korean dramas coming in at 2024, including A Shot for Killers, Red Swan, and from Japan, we're going to be getting House of the Owl and Mural in Love. So obviously there has been a lot of reports lately of Disney cutting back on the amount of originals it is creating, and it is doing so. I think we're definitely going to be seeing that, but they aren't completely giving up and doing nothing. They're going to have some new things coming, but I don't think we're going to have as much as we've been used to since Disney Plus launched obviously in Korea and Japan. They've had great success. The shows have been really popular. and we're going to continue to see that. But it's just nice to see some new, different, original content coming to Disney Plus around the world. But which one of those are you looking forward to watching? Let me know in the comments below. Let's now stay in Japan. We've got an interesting story about Hulu and Disney Plus there. So first off, today there was a random tweet between the two streaming services in Japan, kind of saying, "Are you ready?" and kind of showing a image of them following each other. Now you might think, well, that's not a huge thing. In America, they've been following each other for years. They're part of the same company. Well, in Japan, Hulu is actually a different company. It's not owned by Disney. It's completely separate. I think there's obviously some licensing deal to keep the brand going, but they're completely separate. They don't get the Hulu originals. They all go to Disney Plus. You know, just generally, it's like a different platform, but just with Hulu put on it. They license a lot of Japanese content. Well, they've kind of shared this image of them kind of basically following each other and saying, "Are you ready?" We do not know what we are ready for. This could just literally be a bundle between the two, because there's about 2 million subscribers to Hulu in Japan. There could be a merger. Maybe Disney has brought out the Hulu in Japan and they're going to plan on merging it. Now this could go in a number of different directions. We could end up seeing Hulu being added to Disney Plus in Japan, which has got a lot of people excited because Hulu in Japan has a lot of Japanese content, and that might help fill the void if Disney do stop making originals for Japan and kind of bring it in through Hulu. This lines up with what we've seen, for example, with Hotstar in India, where they added a Hulu hub and then quickly removed it. And right now in America, we are waiting to see what happens with Comcast, who own 33% of Hulu. They are expected to sell their third next year. It might happen earlier if there's a deal. Now, I think there might be, because we're starting to see things happening with the Hulu brand in other countries, which is we've not seen before. But who knows? We're obviously going to get Hulu added to Disney Plus in the US later this year. Yeah, things are moving. And now we're starting to see Hulu kind of doing things with Disney Plus in other countries, which we definitely weren't expecting. I personally wouldn't be at all surprised if they end up rebranding the Star Hub to Hulu internationally, and that kind of brings some things in. Maybe also for clarity, make it much easier to have global marketing to kind of say, look, it's on Hulu, and so everyone kind of knows what that is a little bit better. Sorting the issue out in Japan is probably not a bad idea, but yeah, things are happening. Things are moving along in Japan, and we don't know what. Hopefully we're going to have to find out soon to just set off a whole host of ideas of where they're going with this one. It has to be something, because they wouldn't do this, but very interesting to see what's happening with the future of Hulu right now. Hopefully we'll find out some new information pretty soon. But yeah, just very strange now with Japan kind of linking up with Disney Plus. We've seen the thing with Disney Plus Hotstar in India. Yeah. So yeah, what do you think? I'd love to know what you guys think of all this. So my mind this morning was like, whoa, okay, that's a bit different. Because Hulu wasn't even run by Disney it's not even owned by them in Japan. So it's a completely separate thing. So it could be a great way of them moving forward. But let me know what you think in the comments below. In our question of the day, and speaking of Hulu, David asked, I have a very good question for Roger. If Disney does buy Hulu, will they make Hulu content free for premium Disney Plus subscribers? Oh, this one was a really good one. And I wanted to keep this one for today because the simple answer is no. They're going to want to charge you more. That's the key thing. We're going to be getting now. They're going to want to try and get people in America to be a Disney Plus and a Hulu subscriber. And this is a great way of boosting up the price. Now, they could maybe go down the line of Disney Plus Premium includes Hulu, but I think the price is going to have a massive big boost. This is all kind of, in some way, like smoke and mirrors to kind of confuse people of having different options and stuff. Because essentially we're going to end up probably with like Disney Plus Premium, Disney Plus Basic, and then you're going to have the Disney streaming bundle and the add-on and ESPN. So it's all going to get a little bit confusing to try and offset things. When Disney Plus added Star here in the UK and around the world, they actually bumped up the price by around about 25% to kind of cover it. Personally, I think it was worth it. I think it was definitely worth it. But it was a bit of a sticker shock when that price rise kicked in like 6 months, 8 months later for everyone. So I suspect especially the Disney Plus premium price is just going to keep going up. In all honesty, they don't really want us on it. They want us on the ad price because they actually make more money on the ad version than on the premium one. And for example, with Hulu, they make about $12 per person on someone that has the ad tier price. So they actually make a lot more money on that. So they're going to be trying to probably get most people to sign up to the cheaper ad tier version, because that's where they make some real money, and linking it in with Hulu. So yeah, we don't really know the full details of how all of the Hulu stuff's going to work in the US. Hopefully we find out some more information. I'm guessing maybe next month at the quarterly financial results, maybe a little bit later. But I'd imagine they're going to want to start getting ready for the full season. I can't imagine if they wait too long till like December time. I mean, they could do that. But to me, I kind of generally look at like television season as pretty much fall and winter. So it would make sense for them to be ready for that one. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Do you think they're going to charge more? Do you think they're going to charge less? Which, let's be honest, that's never going to happen. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow, and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Laters.